the news station. Live for all North Texas. Good Day at 8 a.m.
Coming up, the do's and don'ts of getting noticed and getting dates. We're talking to
I'm thinking this may have something to do with Tony Romo and what's her name?
No, we're going to talk about how to increase attraction. That's coming up.
I think that's 2 margaritas with Brittany.
Well, if you are looking for love, pay attention. Attraction expert Adam Lyons says he knows how to get that special person to notice you. Thank you for being here. Real briefly, we were talking a little bit about during the commercial break how you become an attraction expert.
I think luck. No, it was random. At school, I was voted least likely to ever get a girlfriend, and that's pretty harsh.
Really?
Yeah, and it really hurts. You know, you sort of grow up and like for years, I thought, wow, this is it. I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. And I decided that I wasn't going to. I was going to do something about it. So I started reading books, pulled out old psychology journals. And there was a TV show recently about a guy that sort of did some stuff. So I sort of started looking at that and analysing all the different ways of doing it. Next time, my friends would start phoning me up. Hey, could you tell me how you did that? Can you teach me something? Slowly it started growing. I had some big magazines in the UK, like FHM and some sort of like the really, really big ones were coming in, doing interviews and asking me to come on there and explain how it happened. So getting customers coming out of nowhere. I got a website up. And
I know, now you're teaching seminars all across the country. All right, let's give folks some advice. First of all, when it comes to approaching strangers that you might be interested in, you talk about 2 different things, direct approach and indirect approach. First, the direct approach.
The direct approach is pretty much a very simple, quick one, and you're just looking to get to convey as much as possible in as short amount of time as possible.
Yes.
And one of the best ways of doing it is saying, I'm so sorry to bug you. It's just, if I didn't talk to you now, I'd be kicking myself for the rest of the day. I'm on my way to go meet some friends. It's just, what's the best way of getting in touch with you?
Yeah, and you see the bringing in the whole meeting friends aspect of it too.
It's really key, because that way you're showing that you're social, that you're not sort of like bumming around with nowhere to go and nothing to do, that you are going somewhere. The reason you're stopping them at that moment is because you've got to take this one moment of serendipity, and if you don't do something about it, then you're not going to end up with anything.
Oh, right, the indirect approach.
Now, the indirect approach is slightly different. When you're going indirect, you're trying to come under the radar. You don't really want them to know what's going on. You just want to get to know them first to find out if you actually do like them. And the easiest way to do that is to, rather than approach the person you're talking to directly, approach the person next to them. So, for example, I like in coffee shops, I'll talk to the person I'm ordering coffee from. Like, there's all those different types. You never know what you're going to order. And I'm like, what do you suggest I have? And the salesperson starts getting a bit confused, and they give you some random things. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to trust you. You work here. You would say that. Hey, what do you think I should get?
That's good. I like that one. I like that
Straight over the shoulder to the other person.
That's good. That's good. All right. Do's and don'ts of dating. Do avoid awkward silences.
Horrible, isn't it? When you're sitting next to somebody on a bench and you don't know what to say. I always like putting the pressure on the other person. So whenever you get an awkward silence, I use like really big open-ended questions. Something like, tell me something interesting about yourself.
Yes.
Or, if you were going to go anywhere in the world, where would you go? But why? And that makes them have to think about what to say and put the pressure on trying to.
Absolutely. You say on first dates, do an activity. Never just do the whole dinner and a movie thing.
It's been done. I mean, everyone knows this. Dinner.
You gotta get creative.
Think about the amount of conversation you're going to have to fill in, right? That whole time you're going to think of things to say. Go-karting, ice skating, something that's fun and entertaining that can take over the bulk of the time.
Okay, real quickly, we don't have time to get to all the do's and don'ts, but you say don't ever ask for a number.
I never ever use the word phone number. The second you say phone number, they're instantly thinking, hang on, this guy's trying to chat me up, or, I wonder what this person's after. I always say, what's the best way of getting in contact with you?
That's good.
That way they can use those social networking sites online.
And email's always safe.
Exactly. You can start off with a bit of email banter and then step it up.
Wonderful. Want to tell folks, if you want a link to Adam's website and more information about attracting the person you want, head over to our website, myfoxdfw.com. Thank you very much. Great advice this morning.
Time
is now 7:28.